Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Our mission at the garage is to save you guys as much money as we can. That's why we make these absolutely free videos and we teach you how to fix your car for free. Let's go ahead and start on it now. If you have any of the following three vehicles guys, Chrysler 200, Dodge Ram, ProMaster or Fiat 500 guys with a 2.4 multi-air engine guys, and you're trying to locate and replace your knock sensor, stay with us and we'll explain what needs to be done. Unfortunately guys, in order guys, to remove the knock sensor, we have to get a few things out. So stay with us, we're going to explain all that. You do not have to remove your engine to remove or replace your knock sensor. We got the engine out guys because we'll be having more than 200 videos on that engine alone guys. Our mission here at the shop is to save you as much money as we can, and by removing that engine we can show you where every bolt is located, what needs to be done to replace different components and all that stuff guys, so you can see it. If it's in the car it's practically impossible. If you need new parts guys, knock sensor tools, we'll have the links in the description of the video below. So let's start on it and explain what needs to be done now. So, what do you guys need to do first? The knock sensor guys. For that knock sensor we will actually have to remove our intake manifold. Otherwise guys, you cannot remove it. So we will have to remove the intake manifold in order to get to it. It's really complicated guys. The other option will be to remove the CV axle and remove the starter. That's another way. But you have only two options, CV axle and starter, or remove the intake manifold. We'll show you the intake manifold in this video. We have a video how to remove the CV axle and the starter. If you want to check this one out as well, check it out. But first guys, we need to disconnect our car battery before we continue. It needs to be disconnected because the knock sensor is next to the 12-volt battery wire on the starter guys, and if you touch it with a wrench, and I guarantee you will, you're going to see sparks flying everywhere. It can hurt you, it can get in your eyes, you can set the car on fire, you can guys burn your car computer, and you can damage quite a few things. So disconnect the car battery first and we can continue after that. So we will grab guys the engine cover and pull it straight out. Grab it, pull it out. We have 4 bushings guys, you can see those 4 bushings attached to the valve cover. So you can just remove it. Here you will have the air filter box. You need to just pull that hose out, vacuum hose, and this clamp, get it loose, and you're going to remove guys that hose from the air filter box. After that, here guys, you will have one clamp. Ours is one clip. Ours is broken guys. You look like that, get a clip remover too, just pry it open. Here, 10mm socket. Let's go ahead. Remove that one now. Perfect. What else we need to do guys? Quite a few things here. We need to remove, get that clamp loose for the throttle body right there. We need to guys remove the wiring harness for the intake temperature sensor, and we can go ahead and remove that thing out of there. Next. At that point guys, things gets dangerous. Why? Because you have to disconnect your fuel line. Fuel line is under pressure. When you disconnect it guys, it will spray fuel everywhere. It can get in your eyes. Wear eye protection gloves guys. Do that only on cold engine. Don't have open flame, spark, no smoking, anything like that, because that fuel guys can catch on fire. Have a fire extinguisher, so if you catch on fire or the car catch on fire, you can put it out, or at least try to put it out. Disconnect that clamp here now. Perfect, and get it out. Now how we disconnect the fuel line? Again, it will be under pressure guys. Ours is not because it's cut, but yours will be. Pull that blue thing up. Let me focus a little bit. Perfect. Pull it up. Now we need to turn it. Push the line all the way in. Then push that white thing in and pull it out. Great. This is ready. Now, what else? This is the purge valve line. You have 2 green things that you need to squish, and you're going to pull it out after that. It got stuck. Perfect. You can guys go ahead and remove that foam piece now. Right there. So we'll need to start guys disconnecting things now here. This is the this one is supposed to be closed. It wasn't closed last time. Purge valve, So slide that thing open, press here and pull it out. Grab it, okay. Well, this one will actually stay here because it will stay on the intake. It's part of the intake, so we need to just disconnect the wiring harness. Next, guys, fuel injectors. Okay, right there. Pull that red thing, now you press here, you disconnect it. Same thing applies there. You can remove the purge valve if you want to. You just grab it and disconnect the hose and you can pull it out. It's your decision, guys, but you can see we're done with that. Here we have the map sensor. Okay, this is known as map sensor. Press down here, pull it out. Now you're going to turn right here about 90 degrees, or you can leave it, excuse me. You can leave it, I'm not going to replace it. But if you want to get it out, that's how you get that thing out. Just disconnect the wire here as well. No wiring harness anymore here. Attach. Now we need to come on this way. So that red thing, we need to slide it back, push on it, pull it out. Now, guys, right here we're going to have, okay, we're going to have later 2 bolts that we need to remove, but you need to disconnect. This is the starter wire from the intake manifold. Okay, like that. Here 2 bolts with 8mm socket that hold, okay, that bracket right there. You have 2 of them that we need to remove. So we'll need to, okay, now we can see both of them actually. Okay, you can see one is coming out, one on top now. Okay, guys, this one is out too. So we need to disconnect the hose from the throttle body. This is the vacuum hose here, okay, for the brake booster. Pull it out, okay, just like that. Now this is the PCV hose, guys. Disconnect this one as well. It will stay there. Now we need to get on the bottom. Okay, let us show you underneath of that engine. And there is, guys, a bolt here that we need to remove. With 10mm socket. You can do it 2 ways. You can remove that one and the whole mount will come out, or you can, guys, remove these 2 nuts. It's your decision what you want to do. So now it looks like, guys, we're getting closer and closer. We need to, guys, remove 2 nuts and 3 bolts now, and 4 screws right here. These 4 screws, 8mm. Okay, that whole thing comes out. Now, why we had to remove that? Because we, guys, have 2 more bolts that are hidden here with 10mm socket. Okay, one on top, in the middle. We have 1 nut in the corner. Some of those you may drop, guys. 1 nut right here. Perfect. And let's see if that socket will fit here, or we need to get a tin socket. Okay, it will make it, I think. No, we need to get a socket that's thinner for that, 10mm. Okay, right there, this one, because otherwise it gets stuck there and you don't want to crack your intake manifold. Okay guys, so now you're going to grab it. Okay, all that should be loose now. You need to come out of here first. We forgot the mount right here for the throttle body. Okay, right here we have one mount with a bolt, 13mm, that we need to remove. I knew something was wrong. Go ahead, get it out. Perfect. And if you cannot remove it, you may need to remove that nut to get the mount out, but I think it will come out. Grab it and pull it, guys. You can see in the intake manifold came out. So every time you remove the intake manifold, it's recommended to get new gaskets if you need to buy some. We have, guys, the link in the description of the video below, but otherwise you can develop a vacuum leak, increased RPMs, or the car not even being able to start. So now, guys, we need to get a Torx socket. Okay, probably it's Torx 45. Let's check it out. Yep, Torx 45, start looking bit. If you need to purchase some, guys, they will be in the description of the video below. Why we needed to disconnect our battery, because we're right here next to the positive wire. This is, guys, where your knock sensor is located. Okay, you can see this is it. So go ahead, remove that bolt. Okay, and this one is super tight, guys. So we might have to do it by hand. Usually knock sensors are super tight. And one thing, they haven't been removed in a long time, guys. Okay, perfect. Got loose. Now we can grab it. Bring it out around the starter. You're going to squish right here on both sides and pull it out. And this is, guys, your knock sensor. If you need to purchase one, guys, we'll have the link in the description of the video below, guys. Check it out where you can get one from. Putting it together is in reverse order. We took it apart. Again, get new gaskets for your intake manifold. That will be the time to replace them. Check for coolant leaks here, water pump, everything as well, because it's wide open now. Make sure you don't drop anything in your valves, because you will damage your engine. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Hopefully, guys, the video was helpful and we were able to save you money. We, guys, have more than 19,000 free repair videos on our YouTube channels. Check them out. We have videos that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. Thank you for watching and see you guys next time.